Good morning, students. Welcome back to biology class. We are discussing about heredity and evolution. Under that, in previous part, we have discussed about how differences are useful for us to know the occurrence of evolution. Now, in this part, we are going to discuss that evolution doesn't occur immediately. Understand? Means the evolution of the organisms is taken place step by step manner. Means, so the evolution occurs step by step. This is how this step by step process is going to takes place. So as we have seen that during the process of reproduction, the DNA is undergoing changes its structure that leads to the development of variation we have seen. So in the same process of reproduction, the DNA substance which is found is affected to undergo various changes. But the DNA changes which is occurred is not in a single attempt. Means a single DNA change is not responsible for occurrence of the evolution. Means this DNA undergone changes for several times. The DNA undergone changes for several times. These several times of DNA changes leads to the development of various new characteristics. Means at a single time of DNA change doesn't lead the development of evolution. And this is how occur is for repeated modification of the DNA. Repeatedly the DNA undergone for modification. That leads to for one modification, one variety. Again modification, another variety character. Like that, by step, the DNA undergone for changes that leads to development of new characters and which is interlinked to the ancestors. So that leads to the evolution. Understand? So that is why the evolution is occurred in step by step manner, but it doesn't occur in a single attempt. Understand? That is what we can say. Now, if you observe one best example for how the evolution occurs step by step. If you take planaria, it consisting of two eye spots. What it is consisting of? Eye spots are found. This is one and this is another one. And these two are the eye spots. Eye spots. And in general, these eye spots of the planaria helps them to detect the light. It helps them to detect the light. Means actually these eye spots are not eyes, but they are similar to the eyes which is present right now. They helps in detection of the light. That is the purpose of eye spots are developed in case of planaria. Later on what is happened is these eye spots, due to the modification of the DNA, eye spots were developed into compound eyes. They were developed into compound eyes. And these compound eyes we can find in case of insect. The insects consisting of a compound eye, means they doesn't consisting of like as a single eye. For example, this is one eye spot. In case of a house fly, it consisting of several eye spots which all together formed as a single eye. And this helps in detection of the light as well as for the identification. That is what we can see that the simple eye spot is developed into compound eye. Like this, in a single eye we can find several eye spots are developed. That is what we can see the development of the DNA. And later on this I spot, they developed into complex I. They developed into complex I, just like we have. Now our eyes are complex in structure and which are very helpful for detection of light and vision also. That is the one we can see these complex eyes are found in higher animals. And for them, eye spots were earlier formed. Due to the change in structure of the DNA, the eye spots were developed. And due to the modification in structure of the DNA, step by step, the organisms have developed compound eyes. And later on the DNA undergone for repeated modification and it is allowed in development of eye spots like complex eye, and which we can find in higher animals. Understand? That is what, if you observe, the evolution is occurred step by step, but it doesn't involve in within a single change in the DNA. Means single modification of the DNA do not helps in the process of evolution. That is what we can see. And this is what naturally occurred. But the man also involved in selection of some desired characters, and step by step we developed different types of organisms which are useful for him. Understand? That is what we can call as artificial selection. What it is called? Artificial selection. Let us see what is artificial selection. So, now we will discuss artificial selection. So, artificial means, as we know, that man-made selection. That is, they were selected by the man. Understand? Now, let us see what is artificial selection, how it is made by man, and what are the examples. Artificial selection we will discuss. So, under artificial selection, artificial means man-made. Artificial means what it is? Man-made. What was made by the man? That is we are going to discuss right now. Under artificial selection, man select traits. Traits means we know the characters. Man selects traits useful for him to develop to improve quantity development domesticated plants and animals. So what man did? Man select useful traits. Traits means what? Characters. So he used to select some useful traits, and these useful traits are characters that were selected by the man, helps to improve the quantitative development in domesticated plants and animals. Understand? So in selected plants and animals, he selected some desired characters. These desired characters were developed in domesticated plants as well as animals. This kind of selection was made by the man. So it is also called artificial selection. What we can call it as artificial selection. What it is? Artificial selection. Now, under artificial selection, let us see an example which we were using right now. They were developed from the wild organisms. For example, under artificial selection, if we observe, the man selected wild cabbage. What has he selected? Wild cabbage was selected by the man. From this wild cabbage, he allows to conduct repeated breeding. Breeding means what? For cross pollination or self pollination. So he allows to conduct repeated breeding, and during the process of breeding, he allows to develop the desired character. What it is? A desired character means useful character. That is trait. So first, from the wild cabbage, he developed from wild plant. He used to develop kohlrabi. What it is? A kohlrabi, and this kohlrabi was used by the man for the stem of this plant. For the stem used to eat, he allows to develop kohlrabi. Again from kohlrabi, after that, from wild cabbage, he continued the breeding and he produced Brussels sprout. And this is for Brussels sprouts for lateral buds. For what purpose he developed? For lateral buds. That is, he developed from the same wild cabbage. He developed cabbage, and this cabbage is used for the purpose of terminal bud. He used cabbage for terminal bud, and again from the same wild cabbage, he developed cauliflower, and this cauliflower, we are saying it is cauliflower. So for what purpose he developed? For flower. So he used to develop cauliflower for the cauliflower. That is what. And next, from the wild cabbage, he also allows to develop kale. What it is? Kale. And this kale is developed for the purpose of leaf substances, leaf particles he required to eat. So he used to develop kale. And next, from the wild cabbage, he developed broccoli. And this broccoli is developed for the stem and flower. This is what the man made the selection of these wild cabbage, and which allows the step by step development of various new plants, now which are domesticated by the man and which are helpful for him to eat. Understand? In this way, here also the artificial selection, immediately from wild cabbage he doesn't develop kohlrabi or Brussels sprouts or cabbage or cauliflower or kale, whatever it is. It doesn't occur within a single modification in the structure of the DNA, and it is occurs in step by step manner, and that's why it is made by the man. And what do we call it as? Artificial selection. Understand? That is another important. Now, if you observe here, we have to know one more important concept. Some of the characters which are developed in the earlier, they were used for different purpose. Yes or not? So, for example, nowadays the mobile phone is invented for the communication earlier. That is normal phone developed. Later on, it is developed into smartphones. This smartphone is used not only for the communication, and that is also used for different many purposes. Like that, the organisms, they have developed some characters. That characters which are developed were used for different purpose. For example, if you take the feathers, in general, not nowadays, earlier, in past, that is during ancestor period, the feathers which were developed by the organisms, they were used for warm up their body. That is the main function of the feathers which are formed by the organisms. For example, we can take dinosaurs as well as birds. These two are the best examples we are going to know right now. So dinosaurs, their body also covered by feathers, and that helps them to keep warm. The birds also covered off their body with feathers, that is also help them to keep warm. That is the main function of feathers which are formed earlier. But these birds use this feather not only to keep their body warm, and also used to fly. They also used to fly. See what is happening here. Even though the dinosaurs they used to keep up their warmth, but the birds not only to keep their body in warm condition, and also it helps them to fly from one place to another place. So here what is happening? The function is modified from one form to another form. It is from one form to another form. The eye spot formation also. Earlier the eye spot is only for the detection of the night, but later on it is modified into the vision also. That is about the thing we can see. Understand? That is what the evolution which is occurred is in step-by-step manner, but it doesn't occur within a single modification of the DNA. Means that involves a repeated DNA modification, and that leads to the formation of new characters, and which is similar to the ancestors, and that gives an idea about that evolution has occurred during the earlier earth form. Understand? This is what the evolution occurs in step-by-step manner, and artificial selection also made by step-by-step manner, which doesn't involve in a single change in structure of the DNA. This is what artificial selection. Under artificial selection, from the wild cabbage, they developed kohlrabi first, next Brussels sprouts for the lateral buds, cabbage for the terminal buds, next cauliflower for the flower clusters, kale for the leaves, and broccoli for the stem and the flower of the plant, and that helps to eating purpose. In this way we can see that the evolution occurred in step-by-step manner, and this is what evolution which is used for one purpose to the another purpose. One question is there about this one. Understand? That is what